serious.
DJ Genesis, Detroit. Truth in the algorithm. Welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, live stream junkie with the mic turned on, breaking down the matrix while the lights stay on. Politics, religion, yeah, we question every claim, while the media playing narratives and shifting every frame. Ancestors speaking through the wisdom of Ifa, cosmic knowledge shining like a distant star. From Detroit to the world on a digital stage, dropping truth bombs every time I hit the page.
Welcome to the channel where the truth get deployed.
DJ Genesis live from Detroit,
Breaking down the system, every lie gets destroyed.
tap in, subscribe, you rocking with the voice.
Yeah, welcome to the channel.
Where the truth get deployed,
DJ Genesis live from Detroit.
breaking down the system, every lie gets destroyed. Tap in, subscribe, you rocking with the voice.
Debates on fire, got the comments going crazy. Asking questions that the system can't face me. From ancient civilizations to the modern day lies, connecting dots that they hide from the public eye.
Knowledge of self, yeah, the ancestors guide. When the full moon rising for the spiritual tide.
This the place where the truth gets exposed.
Every live stream, another chapter unfolds.
To the channel. Yeah. Welcome to the channel where the
Truth get deployed.
DJ Genesis live from Detroit.
Breaking down the system, every lie gets destroyed. Tap in, subscribe, you rocking with the voice.
DJ Genesis Detroit. Truth seekers unite, 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 unite.
Stay away, stay away, stay away. Stay questioning.
Welcome. This is Alchemizing Energy, DJ Genesis Detroit. I'm your host. And back by popular or unpopular demand, I had to bring you back, Booker Johnson, because, we had a lot of people in the comments. Some people agreed, some people disagreed. I think you've also been getting some feedback from your last live, and it's been a long time. But I said, you know what? We got to bring you back, right? So welcome back
I'm
to
used
the
to the
channel.
controversy.
Huh?
So I'm used to the controversy.
Right. So this time, you decided you wanted to. We talked about the Mormon information. We talked about the origins of the Mormons, that they actually had African ancestry. We talked about the origins of slavery, who the original slaves were. We talked about a lot of things, that the white people were slaves at some point, right? And that the history is told in reverse, right? But this time, what you're talking about now, you're saying you want to discuss the truth about sovereignty. Now,
there's a lot of misinformation.
This is going to be interesting because, you have the Moors and they talk about sovereignty, and then you have a lot of these different organizations that talk about sovereignty, and then a lot of times I even had the lawyers, the Pot brothers up, and they were saying legally sovereignty doesn't even that sovereign citizen does not even work in traffic stops in the law.
Yeah, there's a reason they're using that terminology with you.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand it over to you. I'm gonna be here the whole time, but I'm gonna hand it over to you because I know that you once you get going, you find your rhythm, and so I don't want to interrupt it. So let's hear it. So what is the truth about sovereignty?
Well, the truth about sovereignty is that you're born sovereign. The thing is that there's, all right, I guess we'll start with the foundation of it, right? So first you have to understand that the Unam Sanctum, which was the Pope declaring back in the 1400s, I believe it was, that the Pope was basically claiming to be Jesus. Like, he's claiming to be the common day Jesus. But what most people don't know about the Pope is that the fact that the people that you call Jewish now are the ones that originally started that position. All right. They've held that position over and over and over again, but most people don't realize that because they claim other denominations. There's been a lot of
wait. So the Jews believe that the Pope is Jesus?
No, it's a false Messiah that they created for the people.
Okay.
If you look, the first Pope, Pope Peter, is Jewish. Now, Jewish is not the same as Jew. Okay, we
Okay.
have to we have to clarify these things because the Jew is copper toned, it's
Mm-hmm.
melanated beings. Okay, carbon based. Okay, people that came from the original people. All right, the Jewish are ish. They're
Right.
kind of, but not quite. You understand? I'd be closer to Jewish because of my current mixture than um, than what they're claiming. But my mixture is fresh. I'm first generation mixed to European style blood. We'll say it like that. We'll just spin it that way. Okay. I have a French and Irish mother, and I have Moricans in my family all the way back to the 1600s. I've done my genealogy and I've done through my family tree. We've got the Wichita, we've got the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Muskogee, um, and the Algonquin people on my father's side of the family. Now, my great 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 grandfather and my great great grandfather, John Wesley Smith Sr. and John Wesley Smith Jr., were both Jews,
Okay.
but they're from this land. That's why when
But I thought you said that you were related to the Moors, the Smiths, right? John Smith.
but
So you're
that
saying
is
John Smith, the Moors was a Jew, the Mormon was a
okay.
Jew?
See, there's a difference between the Moors, which are the Amor. Okay, look, right. There's different denominations of Moor. Okay, the originals are Amoricans, which is now American. Okay,
Okay.
American is the construct of the Jewish people. Amorican is the original people of this land, which were what you call Jews, which were what you call Israelites, and all these different titles that they've been sliding around on everybody lately. Okay, so it's Moorish. Moroccan is here from this land.
But I thought that the Moors were Muslim.
That's not the same people. See, this is where everybody gets mixed up in history, is because there's the Moors, which are the Amoricans, which came from Amoricana or America, right? And then there's your Moorish. The Moorish are the Boer Moors, the Spanish Moors, the what do you call them? The British, the Irish. I mean, not Irish. The what are they called? Let's see. There's the Boer, what you now call African. There's the Spanish. There's the Danish. There's the
So would you spell the Moor Moor, or and then there's Mur Moors? Would
no.
that
There's Moor, which is Muur.
Mur?
There's Amorican, which is Amurika. I mean, Ikhan. Okay,
Okay.
and then there's the. See, this is where they got things a little. This goes right on into that whole swapping of destiny thing, right? Because there's a Moor bloodline from the America, which is capital M, lowercase OORE. That's an actual family line. Okay. But none of these are the ones that you typically hear about today. Typically, what you hear about today is the ones that came to conquer, which are the Moorish. Now,
The Moore is my great great great. His name was Moore, but
to a
then
me,
he changed his name to Murray. I don't know why, but in my genealogy, it switched to Moore to Murray.
interesting. So, see, okay, so you understand that that's a bloodline.
Okay.
Now, that bloodline does have to deal with the Amorican, But the Moroccan is not the Moors from Africa, Spain, Germany, France, all these different places that came here.
So Amurican, is that spelled Amurican?
Amauriskan.
Okay, hold on. Let me write this. Let me spell this right. A A
Might have a picture to show you.
Urikhan.
Khan. Khan.
Amurican. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the correct spelling of things. So when you go to research it, you guys know where to look. So Amauriskan.
Mm-hmm.
But these are different Moors, but not to be confused with each other.
Right. It's all different people from this land. Now, the Moor is what the Spanish were calling us, but the Spanish are really the Jewish. That's why it's ish. All the people that end with ish are copies. They're copycats.
Mm.
That's how they confused everybody because remember they tell you that the Jewish people were getting the boot out of all of the different lands on the other side of the world. Mhm. Christopher Columbus was one of them. So the original contract that was struck, the treaty of peace and friendship, struck with uh, Columbus, was actually being struck with what you now consider to be Jewish people.
Okay, and who is that? Who is this a picture of? That's the
That's a
the
Florida
native,
Moor.
a Florida Moor. Okay, so that's the image of what a Florida Moor looked like, guys.
Yeah,
And you're saying that they had all those buildings in the background
they're
there?
still there today.
Those buildings, okay.
They're all still there today. They just look like they just reclassified them as hotels and libraries and entertainment places and things of that nature. All of the buildings are still there.
Hmm.
Even that building that Epstein had, that wasn't that's an original building. That wasn't his building. Those are how that's how all the buildings used to look here.
That square building that he had, that
With
was
the
like a,
that had the dome on the top of it.
yeah.
Remember, it had a golden dome. They took the dome down because they brought attention to it, but they took the dome down off of it. But all of the buildings used to have all the serious buildings around here used to have those. They all still exist to this day. If you look
But
up,
do you think that they wanted the gold off of the dome? Maybe they wanted the gold to melt
well, it
it
was
down.
copper.
Oh, okay, copper.
It was copper for conduction purposes.
Oh, okay. Is
Remember,
is that also
this was
getting
free
into that
energy.
Tartaria thing, like that whole free energy, the whole Tartarian world? And
Yep.
what is the connection to Russia? Because whenever they talk about Tartaria, they'll say that that was in Russia, not in America.
No, it was here as well because Genghis Khan conquered the whole entire world at a point.
So is the
The last
Tartarian
fight was
Empire like
between.
the empire of Genghis Khan? Like, is it like something like that?
It was worldwide, but yeah, it's very similar. They're all similar in design. Remember, he was a Khan.
A Khan?
Khan, Khan. He was a Khan.
What is a Khan? What does that mean?
The Khans are the priests.
Oh, okay.
Those are the
K
high-ranking officials from the Americas.
So Genghis Khan was from America?
All of the people during that time spread out from America and went to other lands. They've got
Mm.
everybody thinking that everybody came from Africa, which is a complete crock of shit. And the Khans were not what you think of as today's Chinese.
Oh, wow. So those are the Khan people, the
These
priests.
are your original Chinese people, which were the original Khans, which was before the mixture took place. Now I'm not 100% clear on how the mixture took place. I know that there's the story of Yakub floating around where the albinos were bred to other albinos in captivity, basically, in order to kind of create somebody that was going to um, conquer the darker skinned people. But I haven't found actual proof of it. There's claims, but there's no actual proof of it. All we know is they were mixing. But yeah, these were this is how the Asian people used to look. These are Orientals, the Orient, the original.
Hmm. Yeah, he looks. It looks dark, like kind of like a dark skin.
Notice how you don't hear the term Oriental anymore?
Yeah, well, they tried to say that Oriental was like more of a thing, like a rug or a Oriental, like as a like a furniture or type or something like that.
What's the key word in Oriental? It's
Orient,
two words. It's compound wording. The
Ori.
Orient of all. The
Hmm.
Orient of all. Oriental.
Hmm.
We're the original Asiatic people.
Oriental.
Now, if you go
So when
into
when
China,
you had the Muslims, when they talked about the Israel the Asiatic black man,
mhm,
is that what they were
those are the
talking about?
Orientals.
Huh. Okay.
That's why they stopped everybody from using the term Oriental. You grew up hearing
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did.
it. You grew up hearing all about the Orientals, and then all of a sudden it became Chinese and Japanese out of nowhere.
And then they
You
said
didn't
that it
peep
was
that out?
almost like they said it was almost wrong to call someone Oriental. Like it was like a just like
That's
it's a
because they're not Orientals anymore.
right. Well, no, it was almost like a not like a offensive to call someone Oriental.
Well, that's
Remember
because
at
you're
one point they were
referencing
saying
them.
that it was offensive.
That's because you're referencing them back to the dark-skinned people.
Hmm.
How many people do you know in China and Japan right now that are dark-skinned like that? How
You
can they
don't.
be called the people that they aren't anymore? They're not them.
Huh. Okay. So you're saying that there was a mixture that happened that caused like that new Asian
Hmm.
the new look of Asian, and so and then they
Yeah.
became more whitewashed and well lighter skin and all that
Yep.
stuff, and so that this is not the original.
Right. So how you gonna call them Oriental? That's disrespectful.
Right. Right.
like
That's
like
hilarious.
they look, they were mad. Like look, they the people of China actually love the fact that they came from black people. Now that they found it out scientifically.
Right. Yeah. Now that they've been pushing it and everything, like now they're
Yeah. Once they figured
taking
that
our
out, they're
side
like,
and everything.
yes, fuck yeah, yeah.
Now they're
You
on
know what I'm
TikTok,
saying? Like they were throwing parties and shit.
but no, they're like
They're like,
they're on TikTok now, taking our side. Before they were against, they were right along with everybody else. Now they're jumping in the
yeah.
thing, like no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for the most part, they were pretty fucking racist towards everybody for a while.
Right now they're trying to take, jump in the fight, and feel and
Hmm.
or whatever they
Oh,
want
as
to
soon
call
as
it.
they found that out, it was over. As soon as they found that out, it was a wrap. They were like, "Nope, you're not taking that from us."
Right.
All right, so let's see. Um, Damn. Now we're talking about them. I completely forgot what I was looking to show
Well,
you.
we were talking about the Moors. We were talking about the difference between the Moor Khan, because all this stuff kind of ties in. We talked about Tartaria. We talked about Genghis Khan. We talked about the Khan people, and then we got into the Oriental.
Yeah.
And you know what's another word? It's interesting. Ori in Nigeria means head,
Huh.
means your consciousness. Yeah, Ori. So it's interesting that there was a word called Oriental. So
See the title underneath that?
It says Moors, Saints, Knights, and Kings, the African presence in medieval.
Now, African is incorrect because Africa did not even exist during that time. First off, Africa
Mm-hmm.
wasn't created until like the 1930s. As a matter of fact, we're the ones that planted all the fucking forests and shit over there in the first place. You don't remember all those commercials growing up? Oh, they need us to plant rainforests and feed the people of Africa and da, 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 da. You don't
Huh.
remember that growing up? Them
No,
commercials,
yeah, I know it was a
National
drought going
Geographic
on.
coming up
It was,
asking everybody to take donations to plant trees over there.
yeah, yep, yeah. Because wasn't it a drought happening?
That's what they say. But they were
There was like a
changing.
huge
They were
famine and
changing
drought
the
happening,
locations.
and people were like, starving, and and it was flies on people, like flies eating up the people, and they would just be standing there with flies on them and stuff. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it's kind of funny how them commercials made it all the way into 2020s, right?
the
At
same
least with the
commercial, they
flies
didn't
on
even
the
shoot
kids
any
and
new
stuff.
footage. They didn't shoot any new footage. They still recycling them same for
It was all propaganda from the jump. They were still putting people in Africa at that time. The
So you're saying that
Cherokee,
they were
some
put
of the
they put
Cherokee
people.
people went to Africa. Some of the Iroquois people went to Africa. Those people over there are not from that country. 90% of them are not from that fucking land.
You're saying 90% of the people from Africa are not from Africa?
They're from
What?
here.
They're from America.
They have a verbal history of it.
All right, so you got to break that down. We got to break that down. Now, how? Okay, so explain the route. So you're saying, basically, you're saying that history was taught backwards. We were not brought
Mhm.
from Africa. What did he say? What did he say? We were
Hell
not.
no, we weren't brought from Africa. We look, they don't even have the
We
same
didn't land on
haplogroup.
Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. That's what you're
They
saying.
got a completely different DNA strand for some of the newer people over there in Africa. It's a weird strand. It's not even close to the strands that are here from the Americas. There's people that came from the Americas and went there. We got newspaper clippings and shit from Cherokee tribes that were going over there. Iroquois people, all these different people. When they were coming in, they were leaving out.
Hmm. So
They have the
when I do
verbal
my
history of it
DNA,
there.
it'll say that I have like 60% Nigerian,
No,
and
it
then it'll
won't
say I
because the
have like
DNA
some
test is
Cameroon
strictly
and
for. You can't take DNA tests. Why are people still using that shit? It says it's for entertainment purposes only. You can go to one DNA company, you'll get one result. You go to another one, you'll get another result, and another one for another result. That was another. That was another fucking tool of. Okay, let me ask you something. How they gonna have the DNA of your ancestors? Okay,
I don't know.
exactly.
Right, exactly. Right. He's right.
It's
Ori means
it's all
him. You're
complete bullshit.
okay.
Hey, what up, feathers?
Hey, Feather.
What up, chief? It's all complete bullshit. The matter of fact, the FBI, it was either the FBI or the CIA ended up investigating because the lead guy for the the DNA tests was one of the eugenics people. I forget what his name was, but the head guy at the office for the genealogy shit was actually somebody that was switching all of the people around. It was literally
This is
done.
for Feather only if he wants to come up and say hi. If you just
Hmm?
want to come up and say hi. No, I had dropped the link, but only for Feathered if he wants to say hi, because I don't want to get him to be interrupted. I want him to be able to flow freely without too many questions. So
Yeah, no, I'll get completely derailed.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so the thing is that the entire history has been swapped around by the Ish people. Now, where their origin comes from, I really couldn't tell you. The closest thing that I've heard is the whole Yakub story bullshit. But even that's got to be somewhat tampered with because most of the things in the Bible were tampered with in the first place. But there could be some validity to it. But there's no way to actually prove it because that supposedly happened so long ago. So where's the proof?
Mm.
I know, I know that there's some very nappy-headed fucking people walking around that have curly hair. Like if I let my hair grow,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I let my hair grow right now, I'll prove
No,
it to you.
watch
Look.
this. I'm trying to figure out how my daughter ended up with this hair she got, because everybody thinks she's Mexican, and I'm like, well, no, she's black. Somehow her hair came out. She looked like a straight Mexican. I don't know whether it's
Hmm.
because I came to Texas and had a baby and the environment, but my
Nah,
baby,
that whole thing about environment changing how you're how you come out is false.
huh? Really?
Like I have very very shiny hair, but it's also very very curled. Like I
Mm,
have what you would call Jew curls.
okay.
Let me see if I got some. I know I got some fucking. I got my baby pictures in here somewhere. Hold on a second. I'll show you. I haven't had hair since I was like fucking 5 or 6.
Really? Dang.
Yeah, grew up on a military base,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
so it was basically this the whole entire time, except it was just the number one instead of just gone.
Like you'd have a little bit of like hair able to, but
Yeah, some fuzz up there, but that was about it. Everything else got chopped off because I wouldn't brush it.
right.
I didn't want to mess with it. My hair was nice and curly and fluffy. Everybody said I had the good hair. It was shiny and silky, but it was super curly. But nah, the okay, so like, all right, right. So this is the thing: is that all of these different ish people came to the Americas, and that's who you created the contract with. That's
Mm.
who the original contract to come here was with. That's why when Hitler had came to the Olympics, he was like, "Oh, y'all gonna be in trouble." He was like, "Y'all gonna be in some serious trouble," because they kicked out the Jewish people. And he was
Mm.
like, "Oh, so you guys stole the real jewels?" He's like, "America stole the jewels. They stole the Jews. They stole the Lord's Jews." Because he
Oh.
was talking about the black people. He's like, "You gonna
Mm.
remember me when World War VI comes around. I'm gonna be on everybody's lips. Trust me. Everybody will remember this speech." He was right. He was 100% right because now all of his speeches are coming out like crazy because he was the first one to tell on the fact that America had all the original Jews. Why do you think Iran said they would fuck up America, but they didn't want to touch the black people? Everybody around the world unanimously agrees that they will come over here and smack some shit around, but won't nobody of color get touched
Wow. I wonder why.
because we're
Well,
the
I have the
original
book
Jews.
Time Magazine book. He said it. Yeah. Okay.
We're the actual Jews. So that would
Hmm.
be like coming and stomping out the Creator's people. You never noticed how nobody's really brought war to these shores.
I have noticed that. I
Because
have noticed
everywhere
that.
else, right?
Yeah. 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 I was. Yeah. I'm like, okay. We strike Iran and they hit Israel. I was like, well, I wonder. Interesting, right?
Yeah, they're
So
not
we're
going to touch over here.
so are our people kind of like protecting in a way this land?
Pretty
And I
much.
wonder if they knew that. If they knew that if they had us over here, people wouldn't it wouldn't strike.
Well,
But
yeah,
Japan,
we're their scapegoat.
like, they struck Hawaii, right? They
But there's
tried to strike.
nowhere else. There's nowhere else that we exist. Everywhere else is knockoffs and watered down versions and concoctions.
Hmm. Noble Drew Ali. Are you speaking from a Noble Drew Ali? No, I don't think he's talking of the Moor. Are you talking about Noble Drew Ali Moorish? I think there's a Moorish science. I'm
Noble
not.
Drew Ali was a real Moor, but since Noble Drew Ali, that organization does not follow what it's supposed to anymore. They created a religion in that organization. It's very racist in that organization and it's very segregating in that organization. It is not the way that it is supposed to be ran there, and it has been basically conquered by the Moorish. That's why everybody claims to be Moorish that goes there.
So when you say Moorish, are you saying like the Spaniard? Or is there
Spaniards,
black
the
Spaniards from
eunuchs,
Africa or
the yeah,
somewhere?
those are not the originals. That organization has been taken over. That's why you're going to find that you're going to run into a lot of Moors that will tell you, yeah, no, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stay in there. It's not what we thought it was going to be. They go and learn. They go and learn, and then they get the fuck out.
So is it? I thought that that Moorish science was also what they would consider the Shriners.
Yeah, that's Freemasonry.
Right. So that's what I thought that
They
the
work together.
Moors. Right.
That's the
So
problem.
okay. But then and it says Islam on their hat. So that's coming for, and then it has like that star and moon at the top, and that's coming into like the Islam, right?
They have some of the science there. They have some of the knowledge there, but it's just been perverted like everything else. It's been tampered with.
So is there like some? So what is this whole thing with this?
There's more here. Let me put it like this. There.
Somebody must be calling them.
Something happened.
Yeah, I lost your face.
Yeah,
Somebody,
it's back though, right?
it would. I can hear you, but the screen is black.
Huh? I can see myself. Hold on. Is that better?
I can't see nothing.
Huh?
The ancestors. I guess we're talking about Moor. It made it black, huh? Isn't that what Moor means? Black. So I guess made the screen turn
Nah,
black.
it doesn't mean black. That's that
doesn't?
Moorish science temple shit.
Oh, so Moor.
Look, you got to remember, everything light comes from dark.
Islam equals I, self, Lord, and Master.
Yeah. I, self, law, and master.
Law and master. I, self, law, and master. So Islam is a Masonic term. The word Islam is a Masonic term. But like, why would that have a acronym to describe to be a? Oh, you probably got to drop down and come back up because I don't want to talk to a black screen.
Oh, it's still that way.
Yeah, it's still black.
Racist.
Somebody putting out some hate. Somebody hating. Whatever spirit is hating on her, stop hating. Let him speak and bring the knowledge. Whatever energy that's trying to hate on the show, and make his picture turn black, so we can't see him and what he's talking about when he shows his images. I rebuke that energy, So but he's gonna come back and we're gonna get the information. Let's see. Hopefully, here we go. There we go. Now we can see you again. I just rebuked whatever that is, so hopefully it doesn't come back again. Can you hear me? Now you can't hear me.
I can't hear you now.
Okay. Now I'm gonna leave and come back.
It's gonna be a pain. All right, hold on.
So can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I can't see him. He can't hear me. You're on mute. If you're talking, you're on mute. See, we was getting really good. We were getting really good with this information, and here we go. Now it's starting to mess up. You can hear me? Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, we're back on. All right, so
I just swapped it around instead of doing the sideways when I turned straight forward. So
okay, maybe that'll make it work. Okay. So let's get back into this. So we're talking about the Moor signs. We're talking about okay, so you're saying that you have the Moorish Science Temple, you have the Moors, and then you have the Moors, Moors. Let's get back into this. All right.
are you getting a text message or something?
No, I'm on my computer.
Oh, I still hear you. All right, well, whatever. It's still working.
Just put your thingy on. Put your icon on. Just close your mic. Your not your mic. Your camera.
Close the camera.
Like mute the You know what I'm saying? Just like you know how you had this like this. Just do that. There you go. Okay, now talk.
What? You couldn't hear me before?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. It's black. So just put that there since it doesn't want to show this your video. Your video keeps cutting out. I don't know why. It's some I don't know. StreamYard might be tripping.
It's probably that ish word I've been throwing around.
Right, the ish. Right, we've been talking about the issues. We've been talking a lot of issues. We were talking about the Jewish, the Moorish, and the other issues, and so I think between both of them, they don't like it too much. But I mean, this is the history though, right? And we're talking about the history in America. More, a Moricon, right? So what are the difference between these three things? And I think that we need to talk about it. Call them not so real. Okay, not so real.
Yeah. All right. Right. Hey, think about here. No, we'll call them the Ashkas, the Ashkenazis.
The Ashkas. Okay, we're gonna call them the Ashkas. The Ashks. Because
that's where they came from. They were the Turks. They were originally the Turks and the Arabs and the Ottomans.
So now let's get into we're talking about Moorish science, the Moorish Science Temple, and the difference between their Moorish and where they specifically come from versus the current Moors from America and where they come from. And because like I said, we were talking about the Shriners, we were talking about the Masonic Freemasonry aspect of the Moors, the Moorish group, and then you have the connection to Spain and North Africa, right? Morocco, right?
Morocco conquered the Americas.
The Spain, right?
It was the Spanish, the French, the Danish, all the different settlers. I'll put it to you like this. The same problem that they're having in Palestine is the same problem that we have here. And what's interesting about it is this is where all the racism came from as well. But the thing is that what you consider white people are the patsies. Because the Spanish were bringing the Spaniards as slaves. The British were bringing the Britons as slaves. The Danish were bringing the Danes as slaves.
So you're saying that, or you're trying to say that all those people were at one point black people?
Remember how I told you the history got flipped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I showed you that all of the black people back then were the Europeans that were coming over as indentured servants. Okay? The British, which are the juice box people, okay? The British, this is how they covered coming over here. You get what I'm saying? So the British were enslaving the Britons. Because remember, the Pope was the one that sent everybody over here. Who did I tell you created the Pope? It was the
Jew,
Ish people.
the Jewish people created the Pope.
Exactly. So the Pope sent all of the other Ish people to the Americas when they were getting expelled from all the lands. Now they came and stole. They were going same way we have CPS right now. They were doing that over there because when they brought the adults over here, we got them free. We whooped their sleeves. We whooped the sleeves off of them. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you said that you were coming here because you were trying to escape persecution. Remember, they told you, even in your history class, they literally told you that they came here to escape religious persecution from the different kingdoms. They just didn't tell you who they were. They're like, oh yeah, the Spanish and the British and the French and they came over here to escape religious persecution. It's because it was the Ish people, the ones that were like the people of those lands, but were not the people of those lands. Really, it was the Moors beating the hell out of the Ottoman Empire, and the Ottoman Empire being ran through in Iran, Iraq, all those different places, in Turkey, Greece, all those different places. When the Ottomans were fighting against the Amoricaans, they ended up spreading them out. That's who became all the Ish people of all those different lands. So they were going around trying to steal everybody's money, trying to enslave all of the women, trying to steal all the children. You know, they were doing their little rituals, same ones we have problems with them doing here. So when they got expelled from the lands, they opened the slave trade. They were bringing the slaves here. The slaves were the people that they were stealing from those lands. They gave them prisoners. They would give people the option. Oh, you don't want to be in jail no more? You can come with us over to the new land, but you're our slave from now until forever. You and everybody that you produce off of your families are our slaves forever. The Goyim.
I have a friend, Oculus. He wanted to come up and ask a question.
You remember the whole argument that what do you call it? Damn, what was I about to say? Shit, made me lose my train.
Sorry about that.
Oh man.
No, I want to bring Oculus up here so you could try to I want you to drop down and come back so I can see your face, because I know that the whole time whenever you're talking about the stuff, you'll show pictures and stuff. I don't want to lose that part, because I know everything that you're saying, you have images to prove like everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So that's why I don't want, I want you to I'm gonna bring Oculus up when he comes up. That way you could like drop down and come back up, and then because I know that you're gonna be like you got images. You're not just talking.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't know why this is black like this. I don't know why it's doing that.
It's not changing now?
No, it's still black. I don't know what happened. Is people calling you?
I had a couple text messages come, but that was a while ago though.
Can you put it on do not disturb maybe, and then then that way put it on do not disturb, and then that way maybe because if the text is like making your screen go black.
All right, hold on a second. Let me try that first.
Okay.
You know what? I've never done do not disturb on this thing.
Right. Okay. I don't know why. Why is StreamYard making the video black? Because
it shows me on my camera.
Huh?
It shows me on this one.
When you look onto StreamYard, you see your image.
Yeah, with the word more in a Moricon.
Can you guys see his image? You guys out there? Can everybody out there see his image? Because I want to show his image because I might not be able to see it, but I know that we can't see you. Okay. I don't know why.
All right, I'm gonna exit. I'm gonna use that button I used earlier by accident.
Okay.
I think that'll do it. Oh,
Yeah.
hide distracting items, stop using camera, manage extensions, highlights, not now. Turn that off. All right, I'm gonna back out and come back.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But I know I want to make sure he could teach right because I know he
There's an
whenever
upload in progress of something. Maybe that's why. I don't know why there's an upload.
that's oh, it might be saving to your device or whatever. No, that's to make it so that it doesn't lose quality.
Huh. All right, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I don't want to mess up. Like, I don't want him to because like normally when he does his stuff, he'll show like, hey, this is, and he'll show the detail. He's not just talking. Because even when he talked about, like, he showed the images of the slaves, he showed all that stuff. So I'm not sure if you guys saw that first show, but please go check out the first Book of Johnson interview that we did, where we broke down the whole thing. That really was a really good show. So I know that Lone Wolf, he said this stuff is not, it's wrong. Hold on. Oh, that's somebody calling my daughter. Okay. Let's see if we can get him to come back, if it would be a little bit better. But this, I think it's interesting to find out. So the whole thing about sovereignty we're getting into, if you guys aren't aware, I have brother the Book of Johnson, where he's breaking down sovereignty. He's talking about the difference between the Moors, Moore, which is a bloodline, the Moors, Muur, Moor, and the Amaurikhan, the Khan people of China and the Orient. So let's go. All right, so go ahead now.
All right, so I think the problem is that it's trying to record the thing, and that's what's interrupting it.
Okay, all right. Well,
I don't know how to stop that. I don't use this app.
I don't know how to stop it either. But let's see. But keep going. I'm gonna figure that out while you're going. I'm gonna try to figure out how to stop that.
So you can see me.
Yeah, I can see you. Go ahead.
Fair enough. All right, let me get this tablet back open. But you know what? Like, all right. So no, we got to get past this part because, all right, look, right. So this is the thing. Is the Moorish Science Temple, the reason that got brought up was because we were discussing sovereignty and the different types of people of sovereignty, and then we ended up getting into like a little bit of the history of the Moorish Science Temple, which that's a whole, like, there's hours upon hours of information on that stuff. Okay, the whole thing is that the problem with that is that they got infiltrated. Okay. And so that organization is not the one that it used to be. So there's a lot of people that are joining the organization, then finding out how they conduct themselves, and then burning out.
Okay.
Lots and lots and lots of them. Everybody loves Noble Drew Ali, but then beyond that, it's a whole bunch of Buar Moors, or the people that came from the area that's now called Africa, which I believe was Al-Kebulon.
Okay.
Africa didn't exist. That's a nation state republic, just the same as America.
So what is the connection to Islam and that's what we were talking about. We're talking about the actual
so
Islamic
self-law
connection.
Master is not the same thing as being Muslim. Muslim means to submit. I self-law and master is literally the exact opposite of that.
Oh, okay.
That's like Muslim spelled backwards. There's like one letter that's different, but look, I'll show you. Look,
right. That's some new information. I didn't even think about that. Look, my brain went when you said that. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to spell it backwards, right?
No, I'm gonna show you.
Okay. Okay, so Islam is a bit. So when they have the Nation of Islam, that is not the same thing as being a Muslim.
No. And the problem is that they're trying to commingle the two. That's why people are leaving the Moorish Science Temple.
Okay. All right. And you're saying that the Moorish science comes from that that's how, what, Moroccan people, like the Moroccan.
See, the A and the U are the same thing. It's just they're, they've been converted, but it's literally the same exact thing in reverse.
Right. Okay.
You
Muslim,
understand?
Islam. Yes. Okay. I can see yep.
It's the reversal of it. The problem is that you have it now being the Moorish Science Temple, just like the Mormon became the Mormon Church. Well, the Moorish Science Temple is now becoming a Muslim organization.
Okay. And we did get into that in the last thing. We talked about the Mormon Church.
The Alis, the Bays, these are the names of the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Cherokees. These are all their noble titles. Yeah, all of those titles are tied to the tribes. But by converting it into the Moorish Science Temple, it became the Moorish Science Temple because you have the invaders that were infiltrating it and recreating it.
Could you get a little bit into that John Smith, like your great grandfather John Smith, and as the original person from the Mormon Church? So because we want to bring, people didn't probably see that other live where you talked about that, so they might be missing the whole Mormon Church connection to what you're saying, and I think this has to do with sovereignty, because aren't the Mormons sovereign?
Yeah.
So they took over the church. The white Mormons took over that church, and then now they're practicing sovereignty,
and they reversed it. See, look, okay, so back during that time when they were saying black and white, right? It wasn't dark. It was the same thing I showed you earlier. It wasn't dark-skinned people. The black people were the ones. Okay, right. So one of my friends that's in my private app, he digs into court cases all the way back to the beginning of the foundation of the nation. And in some of those old court cases, like when Washington was arguing on behalf of the Moor that was in there, he was considered white, or it was a woman, I believe. And I think it was a woman. I don't remember the exact details of it, right? But one of the Moors, one of the Indians, was one of the Moors. So he went in front of the court, and the court was trying to persecute him for something, where Washington was like, no, this is a white man. This is somebody, because white back then meant somebody that was of God. Black was the damned. Those were the people that had no God. They were the ones that were like atheists and things of that nature. Okay. So that was the difference then. And those were they had no protection of law, because law was based off of the church. That's why they had to create the separation of church and state. So you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So the black people were the ones that were the damned.
But the black also meant the white.
Which at law had no rights, which were the ones that were the enslaved, which were the ones that the Ish people were capturing in the lands that they were coming from. So when they brought the adults over, and the people of this land found out that they were bringing the adults as slaves, when they originally told them that they were coming here to get free of religious persecution, because it was the Ish people that were getting expelled from all the different lands. So they came here to get religious persecution and then brought slaves with them.
Now, is this the same thing as what happened on Ellis Island, or is this way before that?
Well, Ellis Island was that was a breeding camp.
Okay.
That's what Ellis Island was. Because, all right, see, this is the thing, is they've always covered everything with little magic stories and shit to hide everything that they were actually doing. That's why they told you they were Ish, they were British, Spanish, fucking Danish, fucking, like, all that Ish shit, to hide the fact that they were those people. But that's how they knew each other from everybody else. Because the Ish ones were the ones that were doing all the slave trading and stealing of the and like the same things you see them doing now. They'll
Right.
snatch women up. They'll
Right.
snatch children up.
Interesting. So Oculus, he actually had a question he wanted to come up and ask. Welcome to the show, Oculus. Oculus?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I messaged you and I didn't have a specific question, but I was listening to the brother. But first I want to say peace to the panel, peace to the chat. How everybody doing? Good
Peace.
afternoon, good night, whatever.
Peace,
But
peace.
I heard people talking about my brother, so I want to pull up to see what was going on. Got to do a
Oh,
thorough investigation.
well, we're talking about the Moorish. So are you a Moor?
No, I dabbled in a little bit of the Moorish
Or are you
Science
about the
Temple.
Freemasons? You're talking about the Freemasons.
No, I'm talking. It's a difference, is distinguishing quality between Masons and Freemasons. I'm gonna say that to you again, Genesis. No, I'm not being disrespectful. There's a big difference.
Oh, so
So
when you say my brothers, who are you talking about then?
yeah, so once a Mason, always a Mason. And if whoever, what's the guy named the book of? I can't see that I'm driving, but anyways,
Johnson.
Johnson, Mr. Johnson, he will tell you that once a Mason, always a Mason. Once an architect, always an architect. So yes, we're all brothers, but at the same time, there is a distinction. That's like saying Bloods and Crips are all gang members, but there is a
Right.
distinction between Bloods and Crips. But I
Mhm.
just want to be on the panel because I want to lend you my time because Genesis, I be busy. I just bought a $2,800 gun safe in my car, and I was just trying to pick it up. So when you call me, I don't know if you can see it. I know you see me now. Hold on. You can see me, Genesis. You see
Yeah, I
that
can see
big
it.
ass? You see that big ass box in this cyber truck?
Uh-huh.
That's what I just bought. So I want to lend my time to you and my ear to you, and I want to listen to the brother. And if it was anything that I can, add some value, not come up here and be, confrontational, nothing like that. That's not my personality. I can add some value to anything. I definitely add some value.
Right. Okay. Okay. Right.
And I'm
So
sorry if I'm looking around because I'm driving. I ain't trying to,
right.
I ain't
Well,
trying to
well,
get
well,
hit.
well. Booker Johnson, he got a lot of information in, and he's talking about sovereignty. He's talking about the Moors. He's breaking down and then he's breaking down sovereignty from that perspective of the Amoricon, Amaurikhan,
Mhm.
and explaining the difference between the Moors, and Amoricon.
Mm. So,
So
so,
that's where
so,
we're at.
so, so, I will say this. I think there's a lot of people who, cultivated and gathered some information from, like let's say the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I think a lot of people have did a lot of disservice to the Moors, right? I think that there's a lot of valuable information that can be used in totality if everyone would participate. I think the Moors do get a lot of recognition. And I do see
Uh
the
oh,
Moors as brothers.
we lost you again. Every time we talk, we say these words. His camera goes dark. Can you hear us?
I don't know.
Check one,
Genesis
check two.
sound like you in the Matrix. I can barely hear you, and the guy, his camera disappeared.
His camera disappeared in his end of the sound. He's been getting all kind of interference this whole time. Like everything is blocking. His whole show has been getting blocked.
Man,
Hello, hello.
Here we go again.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but he sound like he in the Matrix. Like it's some static or like electricity in the background
It's
or
like
something,
something's yeah. Every
like
time he
buzzing.
yeah, it's like a buzzing. Hold on, he might be calling me. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you have to leave and come back again, Booker Johnson. I knew that this was going to happen. That's why I wanted to bring you up here so we could keep the show going while he gets his thing together. But so go ahead. What were you saying though? Uh, Oculus.
No, I think it's a lot of useful and value. I think it's a lot of useful and valuable information, you know, in the more understanding of the law. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're dealing with the law and you dealing with Black's Law Dictionary, understanding etymologies, understanding derivatives, they're well versed when it comes to language. Not the notion of we have the understanding of a word. Those Moors actually
Yes.
know in totality what a word actually mean because go ahead.
Yeah. So that's not what he was talking about. He's actually talking about the difference between and where the history of it all. He's going into history, the histrionics of it all. Hold on.
Okay, so if that case, then I'm all ears because I can't speak to that. I don't know the
Yeah,
history,
yeah.
so I'm
He's
all
breaking
ears.
down
I'm
the
just
history of
spectating
it
and
in
listening at this
America and
time.
Africa, like who those people were. Like he's going into that, not necessarily about the other
So,
stuff. Hold on, let me
so
see.
can we get the brother back up, or he not
Yeah, I
coming
think
back?
he's having problems. I don't know what's happening to his phone. Hey, come on, come back up. So we're waiting on you. Your picture was up the last time. You couldn't hear us. Could you hear us? Hey, could you hear us the last time you came back up? No. What is happening? What is happening? I might have to just do a guys. I might have to just end this live and just open up another one and take off that recording thing because I don't even know how to stop that recording thing. Let me see if there's a way to stop
It
it.
won't let him back up, Genesis.
He can come back up, but it's trying to record his record and his phone is breaking. Like it's not breaking, but it's messing with his phone and making his image his picture go out. It
Okay.
says upload incomplete. Is there a way, like when it says to upload or record, is there a way to deny that or say you don't want to do that or huh? Wait, hold on. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end this live, guys, and we're gonna man, because I already got a whole hour of information, man. We're gonna end this one. We're gonna start all over again with a different thing, and I'm gonna take that record thing off because every time he tries to talk, it cuts his video off, and everything he does by showing it on video, like he actually shows what he's talking about. So
If you send me the link, if you in this live, please send me the link, Genesis. I'm gonna back out.
okay, we're gonna like end this, guys, and I'm gonna let me set up a new stream yard so I can show it to y'all so y'all know where to go because this is too important to. I've been trying to get this for months. We've been trying to connect, and we're not gonna let these technical difficulties ruin what we're trying to do. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's why I could. That way I can. Yep. I'm just gonna. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this new live stream. It's right here, guys. Because there's something strange happening. Yeah, we didn't have that. Did we have this many technical? I think we had a little stuff from the last one too. It seemed like technical difficulties follows you, sir. They don't want you to. They don't want you to talk or something. Right. So yeah. So guys, join that new one, and we're gonna continue on because like we're talking about some real stuff, and hey, people just don't want the information to get out. So we're gonna end this stream and go over to the other one. So okay, thank you guys.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah. See if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place.